Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the ETO Podcast. Joe Rodriguez coming to you from Connecticut along with El Super Mojado. Espérame, El Super. What's crack-a-lackin', dude? How are you?
What's up, Joe? How you doing, man?
Pues aquí disfrutando of the Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. Enjoying, hopefully, this nice day wherever you may be. A big shout out to all the veteranos, all the veterans out there that actually served. And hope you guys are enjoying this Memorial Day holiday. So, that being said, Super, let's start with the show, dude. Lots of things to talk about. Hay que platicar acerca de la cancelación of Liga MX. No, we're not late to the party. We know what happened. It happened Friday, but obviously this is the first show we have since then. So, Super, let's go ahead and start talking about that, dude. And tell me, at the end of the day, I feel it was the right thing to do, especially after the news that came out last week. So how do you feel about the whole thing?
Well, we talked about it a little bit last week. Yeah, we had a feeling that it was gonna be canceled. I agree with you. They took the right decision after the 8 players that from Santos that were infected, and also I haven't heard who it is, but Chivas announced that one of their players is infected. So I think more and more we're gonna learn that more and more people are actually infected. Because
Right.
I know some of them they're not staying at home. We've seen videos and pictures of them at events, parties. So it's hard to not get this when you're all and about. Out and about.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Big reminder to everybody out there to make sure they follow us at El Tri Online at all of our social media platforms. Also, give us a call if you want to participate in the show, 860-506-5903. Give us a call. It's only Super and I by ourselves. We were abandoned by Edwin and everybody else. They're probably enjoying a carne asada. But anyway, so again, I'll leave the number up there for a second, Super. Yeah, dude. I mean, so now that more and more players are starting to come out positive, yeah, it just doesn't make sense, right? Mexico's kind of lagging a little when it comes to like the coronavirus testing and a lot of the stuff. So it's gonna make it. It would have made it really challenging, So at the end of the day, like health reason prevailed, and the players' well-being and their health actually came in as a priority. So kudos to Liga MX. I mean, it sucks that we don't have Mexican soccer. I mean, because again, all of us who are big fans of Mexican soccer were in a tough spot, right? Because one, we don't get to enjoy it and watch it, but at the same time, also, it's I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, they just did the right thing. That's all. That's all I'll say, and I'll leave it there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was just like gonna be more and more. Like I said, if they're coming out infected this week, can you imagine if they restart this and try to cover up this guys that were infected because none of them had symptoms. That's what they said, anyways.
Right.
And so if they were to restart, just kind of like covering this up, as we know that it happens in Liga MX, a lot of stuff gets covered. So it just it's good to be clear, so to avoid something worse,
Yeah, the transparency was
least,
super important, right?
Yes. So it good call from all the owners.
Right. But so I from my understanding, it looks like as though the teams have. It's a good thing again because it adds clarity, right? And also the teams can focus on the next tournament already, right? It looks like Chivas is gonna start their preseason next month, right? June 8 or something like that. I read.
Yeah, eventually, Yeah, I guess they taking all their precautions, of course, because like we said, Chivas has one player that came back out of the 25 tests that they did. One of them came positive. So I'm assuming that they're gonna focus on this to try to keep it that way and nobody else to get infected. Because it could just only make it worse and worse. So.
Yeah, no, it's really tough because all it takes is just one person, and then before you know it, boom. Again, we saw it at Santos Laguna, and it's it's something that is still an ongoing thing, right? And this is just the beginning of well, not the beginning, but like the middle of the first wave, right? There's still, a second wave that's supposed to come. There's still like a lot of uncertainty, and we really don't know exactly what the outcome of all of this is going to be. So it's really challenging for a lot of teams. It's challenging for individuals to have to deal with these type of things. But at the end of the day, they're facing the same type of obstacles, if not even greater obstacles than we are, right? Because if they're going to be competing against other individuals, the likelihood and the chances that they come in contact with people are much higher than us, right? If we wanted to, some of us could stay home and never come in contact with anybody else, and then we'd be fine. Even if we have to wait like another 6 months, a year, whatever, you name it, right? But the reality is that, if these players want to play, it's a physical game, man. Physical contact is involved, right?
Yes, and I'm seeing here like online that the number of people that get infected every day is still really high. I mean, it's like the average is like 2,500 people a day.
Yeah,
and close to like 250 deaths per day. I mean, in the past few days, last week they were up in the 400s, man,
right.
deaths per day.
It's crazy.
Now it's dropping. It dropped to 190 on May 23rd, and then it went to May 24th, 215 deaths, and yesterday it was to 239. So it's dropping a little bit, but still, it's like a freaking, like a wave. It goes up and down. It's not steady yet. So
right. No, it's true. And it's gonna be a little while before everything gets back to normality. I mean, we really don't know. That's just the reality. I want to give a big shout out to our friends over at Incha Clothing Brand. Again, proud sponsor of ours. And if you want to get some of their cool swag and cool gear, make sure you visit their website, inchabrand.com. This is where we got I got my little polo. I know that Super's rocking his Chivas today. La tienes que lavar, ¿no, Super?
Yeah, huevo.
Yeah, no seas mugroso, carijo. But anyway, going back to some of the repercussions of Liga MX being canceled, right? We don't know. We know now that there's not going to be a champion. So Cruz Azul again gets the bad end of the stick, right? So how are the Cruz Azuleros or Cruz Azul fans feeling right now?
Well, like we've been saying, man, since last week, it just keeps happening to them, man. They're probably crying right now. I mean, we've seen some of the videos from the past times where La Cruz Azuleada happened. They just can't get rid of this curse, And their coach came out last week to say after the cancellation that they were doing a good job. They started the tournament a little weak, but they managed to just turn it around, and they were doing great towards the end. So they were super líderes. But they gotta be depressed, man. Depressed about this stuff.
Of course, man. I mean, and you know what? I wouldn't go as far as calling this a Cruz Azuleada like a lot of people do. I think that it really is bad luck. I know that they kind of go hand in hand, right? Pero it's not like they stuck. Yeah. It's not like they put their foot in their mouth, because typically a Cruz Azuleada, I feel like they put their foot in their mouth, right? This time, this time it's not the same, dude. This time you can't say that it was a really full-on Cruz Azuleada, dude. They just got unlucky that everybody, right? Everybody's getting screwed over, and some people are actually paying the ultimate price. That's just the reality, dude. But for Cruz Azul, it's really unfortunate because this literally could have been that team. I mean, they were in first place, good momentum. And remember, dude, they started the season really, really bad. Remember, they started everybody thinking that Siboldi was going to get canned. I think they lost the first 3 or 4 games or something like that, and they just turned things around, and they were firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just it's the curse. Their curse is they can't get it right, man. It's either is they mess up or something happened, and there goes away their chances.
Right. Yeah, that's true, dude. So, the other thing to point out is that I guess their reward or no, what do they call that? I'm lost of words right now, but I'm thinking about their consolation prize. There you go. Their consolation prize for Cruz Azul, they get to go to the Champions League, right? I mean, that kind of sucks, right? That's their consolation prize. What do you make of that?
Well, at least that they get to something. you know, it would be nice to ask some of these owners though.
Yeah,
I mean, we've seen in a bunch of different countries that they canceled the tournament, and yeah, they did give the championship to the super leader.
yep,
How come they decided not to do that? Not to do this with Cruz Azul.
yeah. No, that's true. That's true. A lot of questions surrounding why certain things were done, and I mean, as far as like taking that direction, right? Why not say, you know what, we're gonna postpone this part of the season, but then we'll have like a one team playoff or whatever to crown the winner. Because then what happens is that like now everything is idle forever, right? There's a blank spot for a champion. So that means that, como se dice, it's going to be like nobody knows, right? Nobody's ever going to know what would have, what could have. El hubiera no existe, como dicen, ¿no?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so anyhow, man. But again, so everybody's got to look forward now. I just hope that things kind of get a little bit better as far as COVID-19, because again, these teams are already looking forward to the next season. So when is the new season supposed to start, Super? In July, right? Like how many weeks before
Well,
that?
you usually it starts in July,
right.
but I don't know if this time it's gonna happen. Again, we're gonna have to wait and see how the situation gets in Mexico. If obviously if we're in July and we're still having 400 people dying every day, I don't think it would be a great idea to start the season. They'll
Hmm.
have to delay it again. So it's all like a waiting game, man. It's all a waiting game.
Right, right. No, it really is. So we hope, at least I hope, and I'm sure you probably feel the same way, that again everything is at least as buttoned up as possible, so that way we don't see like a crazy spike. A lot of the people that are getting sick and are getting infected, probably just like should steer away, and hopefully that's a lesson for a lot of people, right? That it can happen to anyone. Like for example, like I saw. There was all kinds of people having parties, hosting parties this Memorial Day weekend. And I was just like, man, like I don't want to be near anybody. But a lot of people
I
think
know.
it's over. A lot of people think it's done. Right? So anyway. Oh, hold on,
Yeah,
Super. I
but
think,
but you know what they say,
I think,
until it heads home, that's when they're gonna realize that this thing is serious. So
right, right. Hold on, Super. I think we got a caller, dude. Hold on a second. Hello?
uh,
Hello, this is ETO.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Oh, hey, what's up? Who's calling?
This is Luis, aka Bear.
Oh, what's up, Bear? What's up? How's it going, dude?
It's going good. How
saludos
are
there.
you guys?
Estamos aquí con Super Mojado in the ETO Podcast, dude. What's going on, dude?
Not much. I had a question about what you guys thought about maybe doing something like you guys talking about La Liga being suspended, but if it does come back, what if they do it like Bundesliga without fans and then adding the fan noise on TV? How would people really like that? And our Spanish-speaking people, which we feel that a little bit. How would you guys compare that to Europe?
Super, you want to answer that?
Well, it's crazy, man. In Europe, it seems like they have the stuff. They're more organized. I mean, it's hard to say because it's our own people. In Mexico, we are not. They are not organized at all, man. It happens time and time again where the situation gets worse because of lack of organization. So obviously, like I said, in Europe, everything's under control, and well, at least a little bit better. So that's why they're playing without fans. It's working, and still though, let's wait and see. It's been 2 weeks. We haven't heard any people getting infected or anything, but again, it could happen in Europe because this situation that we're living through is not. It doesn't respect what nationality are you, or if you're,
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's we gotta wait and see what happens in Europe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
because right now,
hold on, dude, really quick. Hey, Bear, lower down your radio. You're like that radio caller that used to listen to himself. lower down your phone, dude. We can hear the echo in the background.
Oh, sorry.
Remember? Hey, do you remember those old radio callers back in the day where they used to want to listen to themselves?
yeah.
That's exactly what was going on right now. Sorry, Super. So go ahead, finish your thought.
No, anyways, yeah, I was just saying that. We'll see what happens because it's nice. We're getting they return to play, but it's only been 2 weeks, and we gotta wait and see if nobody gets infected. Then great, they succeeded. But once they get that one person that got infected because they had the game, it all goes to hell. So.
But Super, I think more specifically, Bear was asking about as far as like if the games were to come back and there's no fans, that if we should use like like natural sound, right? Or they call it in the business nats. And I'll answer that question. And Bear, I think that honestly is probably like one of the worst things that you could do. Because first of all, like how are you gonna track like real nats? It's hard enough to try to do it in an actual edit, So I think that would be a horrendous idea. Are they doing that? I haven't seen that in the Bundesliga. What are they doing?
In Bundesliga they do they started doing it on FS1, adding. It comes from the actual production from Germany.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
If you choose to take that feed where they add the nats, you take that feed.
Right.
But you don't have to. So they don't have to choose that feed. There's two different feeds, one with fake nats and one with nats.
Got it.
Of like just
random fans.
Like when you're playing PlayStation 4 or something,
Right.
FIFA, and you just hear that like the crowd. So I mean, the other thing is like I've noticed that a lot of the games, I think some of the players, one they're out of it's not they were off for so long, and
right.
Then on the other hand, they're a little bit still skeptical about the actual contact you have with other players.
Mm-hmm.
So I've noticed that some of it, not all of them, but there was a little bit of hesitation.
Yeah.
Which is understandable because there's a big thing. It's very contagious.
Right.
So how would that work? Like in like some place like us, like
Liga MX and here and even
like
domestically.
Liga MX, like I don't know. I feel like Europe it is different than Mexico. So what do you guys think? Like how would that work with the players' minds?
Right. Well, I actually we had we spoke to a couple of individuals last week, and actually one of the reporters, Aranza Fernandez joined us, and I asked her that question too. I asked her about like the intensity of the players, right? That's kind of like what you're getting at, correct?
Right.
Yeah. So for the intensity of the players, that's where I think it's gonna have to, like by human nature, right? They're gonna try to not probably come in contact with as many people as they can. And that's the one thing where I think, I don't know, psychologically, it's going to take a long time before the players literally want to go like head to head and clash, like full force. That's just my opinion, Super. What do you think?
But you know what, Joe? We say this, and I saw some of the games, some of the recaps from La Bundesliga this weekend. And yeah, they were trying to avoid contact with the rivals, but when they scored a goal, they were celebrating, they were hugging each other, they were jumping on top of each other. Dude, I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Right.
They were saying, you guys gotta like do the celebrations. Some of them were doing the arm
right.
bump and but there was other guys that after the first goal they did that, and then the second goal they were all hugging each other and jumping. It's just one of them went to hug, I think, somebody that had to save his life or something like that. I saw a story
Right.
about that, and it was like so much for the social distancing.
Right. No, I see. I see what you're saying. Edwin is not with us, but he is watching us, and he says, "I don't remember, but a team in Europe used muñecas sexuales dressed as fans."
No, and another thing I did see was that they were I think the
saw that
teams,
in
the home
I think it
teams
was
were
in
putting
Asian league. I think it was.
Where was that?
I think it was in an Asian league.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
I think I'm not sure. I saw it too, but they apologized and they said they weren't going to do it again.
No manches. That's
no. What I did see, I think it was Dortmund,
But
Borussia
one of the
Dortmund,
German teams
that they had
did,
put a
sell tickets, or you could have gotten a picture of your cardboard,
uh-huh.
and then they would put it on the stand, and
Right.
the monies collected would go to donation for whatever charity they wanted to donate to help with this crisis. So I did see that in one of the teams in Germany.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, that could also be something that can be implemented in Mexico if they go to choose that route.
Right.
Try to do something where they can still get the fan involved, and hopefully help the communities in Mexico, because there's a lot of communities in Mexico that are suffering.
Right. No, yeah. It's true. Saludos también a Philip Ortiz. Dice, yeah, it was in the K-League. So, yeah, you were right. It was in Asia where that happened. So, I think they just have to get creative, right? They have to make sure that they're able to just satisfy the needs psychologically of the players, I guess. I mean, how impactful must it be on them, right? That they're used to playing in front of like thousands of fans. I'm sure that the noise pumps them up too, right? I mean, we see it in the NBA. We see it when they have home court advantage, like how like the defense chant gets the players pumped up. And I think that's a psychological impact for these guys as well. So it's just crazy, man. But Bear, I mean, I think it's true what you said, that at the end of the day, regardless of what ends up happening, the players are probably going to be like a little jittery for a while, and the coronavirus has for sure impacted the game as a whole, man.
Yeah, so
Ya se nos fue.
we'll,
Bueno, Bear, are you there?
Yeah,
You
we'll
gone?
go.
Oh, okay. All right, dude.
No, I'm good. Thank you guys. Keep up the good work, and thank you for answering me the question.
All right, man. Call in anytime, then. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. See you guys.
All right, ahí está. El Bear, saludos al Bear.
saludos, Albert.
So, yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy how like things end up just having like all kinds of impact, right? It's human nature.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
humans. We're not made out of freaking rock, We have feelings and emotions, and it doesn't matter.
But Joe,
Mm.
you know what I was asking myself the other day. I'm like, how come if we can put a man in the moon,
Yeah,
that they can't come up with some
vaccine.
some suit or some kind, like something that would have oxygen or something that you can play like sports at a high intensity, and that way, hey, it might be safe,
Wait, so now you're talking about
it's
like an exoskeleton or something like that?
No, it's like some kind of suit. Like I've seen some masks advertised online.
Uh-huh.
It says you can wear this mask and go for a run.
Right.
It will let you breathe like better, so you can go out and
No,
do exercise.
I think super. Let me correct you. I think you're thinking of those things reversed. Those masks that you're talking about, those are oxygen masks, or like not even oxygen masks. They're training altitude masks. So basically, what they do is they don't help you breathe better. They block out your air a little bit, so that way it is though you were training in a higher altitude. That's the purpose of those masks.
No. This was just regular masks that they were advertising. Now that this is going on,
Mm-hmm.
This is just stuff that they were coming out with.
I never.
But again, like I'm saying, with the amount of resources that some of these teams have and some of these leagues in general have, it's hard to, like, for me to understand how come they don't invest in something like that for someone to come up with something, some type of mask, some type of suit, something that would let you play and protect you at the same time.
Right.
You know.
Hey,
I don't know.
Speaking of protection, dude, you know who needed protection? Alan Pulido.
Who's this?
Man, what about?
I'm telling you,
what about that guy, right?
If he would have been wearing a mask.
Yeah. So in case you guys haven't seen it, we're gonna show you his face and what ended up happening. Here you go. So all right, so we're watching it right now. So he put this on his Instagram stories. Look at that face, dude. He suffered a nose injury at his home. I guess he claims that por un aluminio, because of a piece of aluminum. But damn, dude, what a madrazo, right? What a madrazo, dude.
Yo creo que le pegó su vieja, güey. He just has to come out and say that.
Dude, like he got it, man. Look at him.
Oh yeah, that's a big. I mean, that's a big hit.
Dude, that's a big hit, man.
You know what it reminds me of is one of those comedy shows that Eugenio Derbez used to have on in Mexico, where this guy would say something stupid and his wife would come out and bang him with the pan.
What is it? La familia peluche or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
One of those. I don't remember.
I know where you're talking, man. Saludos otra vez a la ganga. Saludos al Philip Ortiz otra vez. Saludos a Iván García. Hey, super, really quick before I forget. Wait, actually, I'll tell you right after. But, ¿qué le quieres decir al Pulido? Que se ponga las truchas, ¿no?
Ya, que se ponga el mandil, el güey.
Anyway, I wanted to make an announcement because it's probably not going to be the best one that people want to hear. And right now that I saw Ivan Garcia right here on online joining us, it's regarding our FIFA Xbox tournament. And unfortunately, we did not end up getting sufficient amount of interest and enough players to register for the Xbox tournament. So that means that it's not going to go on. For some reason, Xbox is not as popular, or FIFA players are not as common in Xbox. I don't know. Call it what you may, but we did not get enough players to sign up, and it's not going to happen. So, lo siento.
I was just going to say, man, Xbox.
Yeah.
Who plays Xbox?
Well, a lot of people do. I mean, it's a big popular console too. It's like the number 2 console after PlayStation. But again, we were having a really tough time getting enough players to come on and participate in this tournament. Not unlike FIFA on PS4. On PS4, we even had to turn people away, right? But anyway, that being said, the good news is that we will have a PlayStation 4 brand new tournament coming up with some really, really, really cool prices. All right, so that's in the works. If that doesn't get launched next week, it's going to happen for sure the week after. But that's going to be in PlayStation 4. Ivan, sorry, man. Get a PlayStation 4 or something, dude. But anyway, so there's really good prices brewing up in the FIFA tournament that we're going to have. That one could potentially be a little bit bigger. We're going to try to open it up. Minimum 32, hopefully up to 64. But again, the price is going to be legit, man. So we're actually working with a sponsor to get that lined up. But from what I'm hearing is that the grand prize, Super, hear this out, is going to include a video game console as well.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to include a PlayStation as well. So ahí está, canijos. So if you guys want to participate in that, then you know what you got to do. But anyway, Super. So that's what I wanted to share with the peeps. Really quick, we're gonna go to take a little commercial break. But when we come back, we're actually going to talk to Mariana Zacarias. We spoke to her and had a nice little interview with her. So we're going to play back and talk to her about, some of her tips. She's going to give us some of the tips of what those up-and-coming reporters should do, right?
Yes.
Among other things.
And let's remind people who Mariana, she works for Medio Tiempo in Mexico, and she has una trayectoria larga as a reporter. So
absolutely. So again, we're gonna go ahead and take a little commercial break, and when we return, it's gonna be us with Mariana Zacarias of Medio Tiempo. So hang tight, guys. Hola, ¿qué tal amigos del Tri Online? Les saluda yo Rodríguez, estoy aquí con Super Mojado y estamos con una invitada de lujo, Mariana Zacarias. Hola Mariana, ¿cómo estás? Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros.
Hola, muchas gracias a ustedes, mucho gusto en saludarlos, a mis paisanos mexicanos que se encuentran en Estados Unidos, un beso grande y gracias por la invitación al programa.
¿Por qué no les platicas un poco acerca de tu carrera y de lo que has pasado?
Pues de mi carrera, pues estudié comunicación, estudié una maestría en negocios de fútbol y pues siempre me gustaban los medios de comunicación y evidentemente el fútbol desde que era niña. Y mi papá y uno de mis hermanos pues siempre estuvieron muy cercanos al fútbol en cuestión de que les gustaba, íbamos al estadio y pues de ahí yo creo que le agarré el amor y pues nada, cuando fui creciendo, cuando sabía que quería estudiar, pues sabía que quería hacer algo con deporte y medios. Así que bueno, pues lo mejor fue el tema de comunicación y meterlo al periodismo deportivo. Así que bueno, pues de ahí arrancó este trabajo que tengo, que es mi pasión, que la amo y que todos los días trabajo para poder ser mejor. Y pues ya he tenido muchas gratas experiencias y muchos proyectos increíbles que he podido lograr.
Hablando de experiencias, ¿nos puedes dar un ejemplo de cuál ha sido una de tus experiencias más bonitas que trabajar en este medio te ha hecho?
Obviamente con mi programa que yo creé hace casi 8 años, que se llama Lado B, que es justo eso, conocer lo que no sabemos de los deportistas y de la gente de alrededor del deporte, pues es mi bebé y ha sido increíble todo lo que he pasado con ellos, la cantidad de entrevistas que he podido lograr, lo que he conocido de muchos deportistas, desde Jorge Valdano, el Guaje Villa, Cuauhtémoc Blanco, los ídolos de Chivas, los ídolos de Toluca, leyendas del fútbol como el maestro Reynoso, como Ramón Ramírez, pues Salvi Bortolini, que estuvo en el Real Madrid, José Ramón Fernández, N cantidad, ¿no? Y pues de ahí he tenido oportunidad de trabajar en varios medios deportivos y hace 5 años trabajo en Medio Tiempo, que pues bueno, ha sido experiencias increíbles y yo creo que de las que más me gusta pues son las coberturas en eventos deportivos, aparte de la entrevista que amo hacer, y pues bueno, tengo muchas, ¿no? Olímpicos, Copa Oro, Copa América, abiertos de tenis, NBA, NFL, pero yo creo que el Mundial Rusia 2018 para mí fue la cobertura más increíble y la experiencia más linda o de las más lindas que he podido tener en este trabajo.
Muchos de nuestros fanáticos, de los seguidores de nuestra página, son personas que también quisieran meterse al medio. ¿Qué tipo de recomendación tú les pudieras dar a las personas que apenas están empezando su carrera?
Pues como siempre digo, ¿no? Creo que es importante tener una meta, saber luchar y no rendirnos, porque la gente cree que es muy fácil de pronto de un día a otro aparecer en televisión o estar entrevistando a una personalidad del deporte. Hay que estudiar, hay que trabajar y hay que echarle muchísimas ganas. No todo se va a dar a lo mejor de la forma que queremos o al ritmo que queremos, pero todos los sueños se pueden lograr y creo que con trabajo y con dedicación lo pueden hacer. Así que para que siempre le echen ganas y que no se como que se vayan a decir, pues como la primera no me salió, pues ya no sigo. Entonces es una profesión muy linda, es una profesión llena de cosas increíbles, pero no es una profesión fácil, o sea, hay que trabajarle bien.
Hola Mariana, ¿cómo estás? Mucho gusto. Pues mira, yo te preguntaría algo que ver con tu carrera y con el fútbol. ¿Quién fue tu inspiración o quién te llamó la atención para meterte, involucrarte en este medio?
Pues, hola, ¿cómo estás? Igualmente gusto en saludarte, Luis. Y pues mira, la verdad que te digo que cuando me empezó a salir este gusanito, pues todavía, no sé, no tenía como que alguien a quien seguir, porque obviamente el tema de las mujeres en el deporte no lleva mucho tiempo, o sea, no lleva tanto como los hombres. Me encantaba ver los programas de deporte, me encantaba ver cuando hacían las coberturas, no sé, por ejemplo, que las hacía pues, no sé, Luis García, o que iban a hacer muchas cosas en diferentes eventos, y yo me veía ahí, o sea, yo decía, yo quiero hacer eso, yo quiero un día estar entrevistando a estas personalidades, y más allá que admire pues a mi mamá, a mi familia, creo que siempre desde niña me educaron y me enseñaron a luchar por mis sueños, a valorar, a estudiar y a decir, bueno, si vas a buscar algo, lo tienes que hacer, pero lo tienes que hacer bien. Así que pues desde ahí me enganché y creo que hoy en día admiro mucho a muchas mujeres que están en este medio. Me encanta que cada vez haya más mujeres en el deporte y pues bueno, ha sido muchos años de muchas experiencias increíbles y también que pues te llevas pues, a empezar a conocer a gente que nunca te imaginaste conocer. En mi caso, por ejemplo, Ramón Ramírez, que siempre fue mi ídolo, por el que le voy a Chivas, y que pase el tiempo y que de pronto pues pueda estar haciéndole una entrevista y platicar con él y tenerlo como persona cercana, ¿no? Entonces, pues te digo que ha sido cosas increíbles y pues siempre con el apoyo de mi familia, de la gente que quiero y con mucho trabajo.
Oh, qué bien. Y mira, aquí también otra pregunta que ya te había hecho yo, pero ahora te la voy a componer un poquito diferente. Hablando de que los consejos que le dabas a la gente que quiere involucrarse en este medio, aquí en el Trio Online tenemos a unas muchachas que también están comenzando en este medio. ¿Cuál es tu mensaje específico hacia las mujeres que se quieren involucrar en el medio?
Pues mira, básicamente es casi el mismo consejo, ¿no? Solamente que a veces cuando eres mujer no es un medio que sea imposible ni que sea difícil, obviamente cada vez se abre más, pero sí a veces como mujeres nos enfrentamos a ciertas cosas un poquito más complicadas. ¿Con qué? Con que a veces hay hombres todavía que piensan que las mujeres no podemos estar en el deporte porque no es algo para mujeres. Hay gente que tiene la mente un poco más chica, pero también hay muchísima gente y muchos medios y países que se han abierto cada día más. Yo lo que les digo es que siempre crean en ellas, que como mujeres somos muy inteligentes, muy poderosas, que podemos hacer las cosas igual de bien que las hacen los hombres o igual que los hombres lo hacen de bien que nosotras. Esto no es una lucha de género, sino es una lucha por una pasión y que trabajen mucho, que se esfuercen y que nunca hagan nada que vaya en contra de lo que ustedes creen, ¿no? O sea, nada les tiene que condicionar, ni tienen que hacer absolutamente nada que ustedes no quieran. Así que trabajen fuerte, es una profesión increíble, pero no es nada más pararse enfrente de una cámara a hablar. Si lo quieren hacer de lleno, hay que estudiar, hay que trabajar, hay que investigar, y a veces va a estar padre, y a veces va a estar cansado, y a veces va a estar que no quieres hacer nada, pero al final todo lleva un beneficio y que es increíble que es poder hacer esta profesión.
Bueno, Mariana, te queremos agradecer todo tu tiempo. ¿Dónde te pueden seguir a ti todos los aficionados?
Pues gracias a ustedes, gracias a toda la gente a través de todo Estados Unidos, a mis paisanos, les mando un beso grande y me pueden seguir en Instagram, es @MarianaZac con Z y C, ZAC, igual en Twitter, estoy como Mariana Zac y bueno, pues por ahí siempre estoy haciendo las entrevistas, estoy subiendo mucho contenido, así que bueno, ojalá y también de selección nacional. Ojalá que pronto podamos ver otra vez los partidos. Se acerca ya pronto las calificaciones para el siguiente mundial, así que ojalá que esa agenda vaya viendo viento en popa y vamos a esperar a ver qué sucede. Pero bueno, un saludo a toda su gente y les mando un beso grande. Gracias por la invitación.
Muchas gracias, Mariana. Cuídate mucho y esperemos estemos en contacto contigo. Ahí está, súper. Esa fue la entrevista con Mariana Zacarias. Muy buena onda la chava. Felicitaciones por todo su,
Sí,
todo su
muchas gracias
esfuerzo, ¿no?
a Mariana por estar con nosotros y pues dándole ahí consejos a los nuevos talentos.
Sí, sí, sí. Eso es lo más suave, ¿no? De la gente que tiene la experiencia, right? And they continue to actually talk to you. They continue to teach
Yes.
people. That's the best part, dude. You know?
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
great because a lot of people forget, man. That's the reality. Se les olvida de dónde vienen, how they got there, right? And so on, dude. But you know, kudos to her that she gave us some of her time to, you know, be able to give some feedback to individuals who want to make it in this industry. It's hard, dude. It's a tough business. You know, a lot of people think that it's really easy, but like she said, right? It's not something that you just like, you know, come in one day and then you like, you know, put your microphone and that's it. There's a lot of research involved. There's a lot of expectations, the intensity, the pressure, among other things, you know? So it's really cool to see people out there, you know, help out and give, you know, at least pieces of advice to up and coming journalists. Noel Garcia, el otro twin, saludos, Noel. And again, he says, great job, guys. So thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed that interview. Oye, les queremos presumir ya que el jueves, ¿a quién tenemos programado o qué?
Oh, sí, ya. Solo falta confirmarlo, pero
No, ya
Camilo
nos confirmó,
Romero.
¿no? Ya nos confirmó, ¿no? Nada más.
Ajá, sí,
Ya.
nomás ya nos confirmó, solo hay que darle los detalles ahí, pero Camilo Romero, un ex Chivas,
Ya.
acuérdate, campeón con las Chivas, me parece en el 97, ¿no?
Con el pulpo, ¿no?
Con el pulpo, yep.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a very good chat. You guys can't miss it. You know, you guys. As a matter of fact, you guys can you know, send in your questions, your commentaries, and we'll talk to Camilo on your behalf.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
so make sure you tune in on Thursday.
Very cool guest, very good guest. You know, again, Super mentioned somebody who played, you know, the game in one of Chivas' heydays, if you will. And he was tough, dude. He was a tough player, man. I really enjoyed watching him. Eso sí le daba fregadazos a los americanistas, ¿no?
cuando sudaban la camiseta and they play by honor, not for money.
Right, exactly, dude. Anyway, I wanted to move on really quick. Super. I keep on saying really quick. I gotta get away from that. It's not really quick. It's such a bad habit. You know of all these things you're not supposed to say and all these things that you're supposed to say. But for sure, really quick is one of the things that I dislike, that I continuously say often. Journalism tip, don't say that. Ok, pero lo que voy a hablar va a ser acerca de el Raúl Alonso Jimenez. Raúl Alonso Jimenez, Juventus, we mentioned last week, is one of the teams that wants to get RJ9. But so they're offering two players, right, Super?
Yeah, it was I guess two options. They were talking about a préstamo that would have a clause there that would require them to buy him at the end of that 2 years term. So for 50 million euros. So you know, and the other one is that they were trying to like just exchange them for two players from Juventus.
A ver, we're getting phone calls here. Hold on a second, dude.
All right.
A ver, continúa pues.
Yeah. So they were trying to exchange him for two players. So should be interesting. I don't know. What do you think if they gonna take this, or do you think that's not good enough?
They probably will, dude. They probably will. A ver, espérame tantito. I think we have a call, dude. I have to plug the caller right in. Give me a second.
All right.
A ver si nos escucha. ¿Quién tenemos en la línea? Who's on the line? Oh, nos colgó. Nos colgó.
Se chivió, güey.
Nos
Like,
colgó.
oh, never mind.
Pero ¿sabes qué? Tengo caller ID, así es que la voy a llamar para atrás. Ahí está.
All right.
We got caller ID. So that's
What
how we're
the-
calling you back.
What is that, man?
What is caller ID? Who's on the line right now?
What are you talking? 90s right now? 2000s?
Yeah. Órale, es el Edwin. What's up, Edwin? I didn't recognize your phone. They came out in private, canijo.
It's private, man. I'm calling from a private phone, so you don't know my location.
Ah, cálmate. Oye, ahora sí reclámale al que no se presentó hoy, súper.
Seguro anda bien pedo el güey.
What's up, Edwin?
Cabrón, nos abandonaste.
Sorry,
Yo,
I'm
what's up,
enjoying
man?
a leg day over here in Texas.
Ay, sí. Muy chingón. Another guy that's not paying attention to the coronavirus restrictions, aseguro.
Well, I mean,
Le
Texas
valió
is
madre el
open already,
coronavirus.
so, you know, we have permission to go out there.
That's true. Texas does. They have their own little rules. So, but anyway, ¿qué onda,
Yeah,
Edwin?
but
Let's talk some soccer, dude. Let's talk some soccer.
Yeah, of course. One thing that I heard you guys talking about, like you guys were talking about Raul Jimenez and the possibility of him going to Juventus.
Right.
So what I heard today, actually like an hour ago, is that Jorge Mendes is actually meeting with the people from La Juventus. Jorge Mendes is the actual agent of Raul Jimenez.
Órale.
He's also the agent of Cristiano Ronaldo, and among some other recognized players. He met up with them, and there's Jorge Mendes and the president of Juventus having dinner in Italy.
Oh, okay.
So it's really likely there's the rumor is getting stronger that Raul Jimenez will actually move into Juventus, especially because the coach of Wolves, Nuno.
Yeah.
He's actually interested. He's real interested in Rabiot, which is a center mid that will help the Wolves a lot in this coming up new season.
Okay. Hey, Edwin. So then I guess all indications are pointing to that the deal will happen. You think that's the case?
Yeah. So there's a lot of rumors and speculation. So don't be surprised if actually it is announced the Raul Jimenez moves to Juventus. The only thing blocking that is that Juventus is not willing to pay the 50 million euros the Wolves are asking for. They're looking for a loan of a 2-year loan with
Option to buy.
to having to buy them with after the 2 years if he works out in the team. Got it.
Okay. Hey, so let's assume that this deal does end up working out and Jimenez goes to Juventus. We already saw Chucky Lozano go to Serie A and struggle with Napoli. Do you expect some of the same for Raul? Is it a smart move for him to go to that league? Would he be a good fit there?
So the thing is, it's different because with Raul Jimenez, the position with Chucky is a lot different. Chucky it's a different style of play. I think Raul Jimenez will be a good fit just because he's kind of close to the way the Mandzukic used to play, and he was a good fit for Juventus just because they would do a lot of outside plays and play a lot to the side, and then try to end up that finish, which is kind of like what Ronaldo, the position that Cristiano Ronaldo is assuming right now in Juve as a number 9, as a straightforward inside the box. So with the characteristics of Raul Jimenez, I think, and the type of player that he will be surrounded, I think he will do well in the team. I don't know if he will be a starting player, starting 11, but I think he will definitely have a couple of more minutes than Chucky, for sure.
All right, but so then But you don't think it would be a step backward for him? Like, I mean, you just said that he would have more minutes than Chucky. Chucky didn't have any minutes, hardly. So, like, wouldn't it be
Sure.
wouldn't it be counterproductive for him?
But then you gotta remember this too.
Yeah.
Chucky still has a lot of time to save his career,
Yeah.
and Raul Jimenez is 29 years old. Now he has to think about either to win a title and trying to actually fight for the Champions League and being part of the squad of Juventus could actually give him that opportunity. Because
Right.
if it stays in Wolves, there's not a chance that he's gonna win the Premier, and I don't think the team, even if it qualifies for the Champions League,
Right.
I don't think they'll fight for the title.
What
So
about
now,
what about Manchester United though?
once again, people in England are not willing to pay 50 million for a 29-year-old player.
Okay. Fair enough then. So I guess it might turn out to be Juventus after all, dude. All right,
Yeah.
everyone. Well, thank you very much for calling in and filling us in and for ditching us today, canijo.
No, thank you guys for having me on, and les mando un pedazo de carnita asada later.
Órale, pues. Oh yeah, you heard that? You heard who's gonna be our guest on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just heard that.
Órale.
So
Pues.
that way we can tell them about todos los robos que hicieron en ese entonces. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Pues tú le dices, canijo. You tell them. All right, dude. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Ahí está, pues. Calling us from
Que
a
se
block
presente el
number.
güey. We have to shave his head.
No, pues ni siquiera ha jugado el partido este. You know, le sacateó
Ya
el güey.
perdió por default.
Le sacateó.
That's what I'm saying. He lost by default. Forfeit. He
Right.
forfeit.
All right, super. So, yeah, I mean, he makes good points, right? Like, I mean, Jimenez is 29 years old. Not like Chucky. Chucky's a little bit younger, 24. So he's got, several years to be able to recomponerse, ¿no? Que se ponga las pilas el güey and ends up... and he might end up going to the Premier League. He might end up going to Everton, right? That's like the big rumor surrounding Chucky.
Yeah. There's quite a few now. I guess Newcastle was
Right. Yeah,
jumping
it's true.
into the.
And Newcastle's got Newcastle are loaded, dude. They got brand new owners, and they're supposed to be the richest owners in all of England with lots of money. So
Really?
oh yeah. That's what I saw that Newcastle. I can't remember it was one of the, I believe, Saudi Arabian royal family members that ended up buying them. So they have like $2 trillion of assets.
Wow.
And whatnot. So anyway, so money's not going to be an issue. So if they want Chucky, they can get him. And, like those guys, they always think about their investment, dude. At the end of the day, they know they make their money back because they know that all these Mexicans are going to go and buy some playeras with whatever team he ends up going with or whatever, So it's a good investment for them because Mexicans are loyal soccer fans and they follow their players, dude. Think about how many Wolves jerseys have been sold in Mexico or to Mexicans because of Raul Jimenez alone.
Never mind that. They actually went ahead and did a Mexican version of their jerseys, the green jersey, green, white, and red.
Oh, right, exactly. Exactly. No, you're absolutely right, dude. So anyway, the point is, es mercadotecnia, no? And Mexico's like a consuming machine of football, dude. So they're gonna go above and beyond, and definitely just do their thing, dude. So, pero bueno.
And talking about merchandise, they're asking for the ETO hats and Facebook, man. So when are we gonna hook up the people, the fans?
Oh, is that what they're asking for? They're asking. Órale. Yeah. We can actually. You know what we're going to start doing, actually? So all of you guys watching right now, we're going to start doing some weekly quizzes, o ¿cómo se dice? Trivia. Hoy, true. Ando pensando quizzes porque tengo tarea, güey. That's why I'm thinking of a quiz, right? Anyway, yeah, we're going to be doing some trivia, and we're going to be giving away some t-shirts, at least some ETO swag, right? But again, be on the lookout for the new ETO FIFA 20 tournament. And that one is going to be pretty cool because that one's going to feature MLS and Liga MX teams. So you can pick any of those teams to play, original rosters and so forth. But anyway, it's going to be dope. Anyway, Super, I think that does it. So I'm going to go ahead and put your little... ¿Dónde te pueden seguir?
El Super Mojado oficial en todas las redes sociales.
En
Facebook,
todas las redes
Twitter,
sociales.
IG.
Síganme al
YouTube.
Super Mojado, por favor. Make sure you follow Super Mojado. Ya saben dónde. And then me, if you guys want to follow me on the gram, I'm at Worldwide Mexican. My account is private, so you have to request to follow me, and then I must accept. But I will, unless you're like one of those like porn bots. I don't like porn bots. Bueno, pues.
Seguro ya tienes a todos, güey.
And most importantly, make sure that you follow El Tri Online at El Tri Online on all the social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right. The contest, by the way, will be primarily around YouTube. So I don't know. That's what influencers do. Anyway, ya me cansé, güey. Ya vámonos.
Come on, man. Échate una chela.
All right. Gracias a Mariana Zacarias for the interview once again. Thank you very much for those of you guys that tuned in. Thank you very much for those of you guys watching everywhere. So ya estuvo. On behalf of Super Mojado, I am Joe Rodriguez. Thank you very much for tuning in. Y ya saben, hasta la próxima. Take care. Be safe. Nos vemos.